Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to some of you. My name still remains Odinkeman Kendelenwa Chineke, a bona fide active member of IPUB, and also an active financial member as well, serving the indigenous people of Biafra through media, evangelists, and also in music. Some of you do not know the major role that I played in the absence of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, starting from the 21st of June 2021. Some of you today are speaking about Biafra restoration, Biafra liberation. You don't actually know the role that I played. Now I am here again, once again, just like as I did from the 1st of September down to the 8th of September 2021, before I received an official report from the HOD Chika Edoziem to put in place all of these things that I have against Chinasa Nworu of DOS. What you are looking at right now is a report that came from Biafra land, complain about what is going on in Biafra land. And according to the directive of this message, I was instructed to send it to the higher authority so that they can be able to look into it and attend to this matter as it needs to be attended immediately. Not knowing that 2 days before was the day that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. What you are looking at right now, it is a report that I sent to the national coordinator of Germany, Mazi Collins Chinedu, and this was on the 21st, was sent by Mazi Igwe Chukuma. Mazi Igwe Chukuma, right now as I'm speaking to you, Chinasa Nworu is finding a way in order to eliminate him. Some of you, few months ago, saw a post that Mazi Igwe Chukuma was complaining that Chinasa Nworu is trying to find a way to eliminate him. It is because of all this expose. Now I am here again to make the various connections that I had to link with Dr. Nelly. But we have to first of all start it from here. The report says Radio Biafra FM station is not working in Ebonyi State, Iguacha, Enugu State, Imo State, Abia State, Anambra State, and other states in Biafra land too. Igwe Ogbonnaya and Chinasa Nworu are the reason why Radio Biafra is not working in Ebonyi State. Igwe Ogbonnaya has joined Ebubago security outfits, and currently they are pointing people's houses. Am I coming out clear? I hope I'm coming out clear. If I'm coming out clear, type on the comment section that I am coming out clear. If I am coming out clear, type on the comment section that I'm coming out clear. Now, it says Igwe Ogbonnaya has joined Ebubago security outfit, and currently they are pointing people's houses. They point your house, they will kill you. When they point your house, they will take you away and kill you immediately, burn down your houses. Went on to say they have killed a lot of people since yesterday being the 20th of June 2021 in Ebonyi State. Igwe Ogbonnaya, George Onyibe, Chinasa Nworu, including Dave Umahi, they are working together. This is where our problem lies in Ebonyi State. And people are dying as we speak. Now, going forward, it says this information just came now at about 2 p.m. time today, the 21st of June 2021, by Mazi Igwe Chukwuma, the Deputy Ikwere Media Head Iguacha. This is what my own write-up. But right now, he is in Ebonyi State. Here is his number. I wouldn't put his number there because I have to edit it to remove his number. He's also a deputy coordinator of Alo Zone 3. Note, he wishes this not to be published because of security reasons, but to get to the appropriate channel. To get to the appropriate channel. Now, this message or this report that I sent to the national coordinator was never attended, starting from the very day that I sent out this message. And so on, receiving calls from Biafra land. And as I receive this call from Biafra land, what I do is to also disturb the person who are supposed to disturb. You also say now, the message never be attended by the national coordinator. Not until after 3 to 4 months, when we did an expose concerning 15 boats that came from the Ebonyi State through Lower Benue. And on the course of that particular exposition, the Ebonyi State women leader, while giving the narrative and the report on how the Fulani came with 15 boats to Ebonyi State. But what hurt her the most is this, that our gallant men went there with a bare hand. Imagine if the men who came there, the terrorists who came there, came to begin to kill our people. That is to say that our people will be wiped out, meaning the gallant men. So on the course of that particular testimony or report, she now began to link the same people on this report that I just showed you right now. You understand say now? That makes it to come out. And when I was doing the exposition, doing more investigation, to go more deep, to try to get in touch with our gallant men on the report that a lot of them have been sidelined by Chinasa Nworu. So I'm doing that report and that investigation. So also I was having their contact. And on the long line, somebody contacted me. The guy that called Isoko from the coastal region. He contacted me and he said that women are interested in what I'm doing, Omuada. He said that he's going to give me a contact of the Omuada, that they are now going to be in charge of the gallant men in Biafra land. And that is how Nelly coming into the picture, she contacted me. You know, the reason why the face of Biafra has resurfaced again, it is because of the work I did. Because the people involved, the officials involved, including Nelly, her hands was already being corrupt, including Chinasa Nworu. So that is why nobody been able to put this family together at that time, because it was the work I did that made this family to resurface again. So when people say that Biafran has died, it depends on the perspective that they are taking it to. But to me, Biafra died, but I resurrect the Biafran struggle that we are where we are today. That was on September. That was on September. So when Dr. Nelly contacted me, when I was doing the expose, I told her that I have contacts, that she is going to help in order to put things together. She have contact with a person who is in charge of finance, which in this case is Madam Oyibo. But before we get to that, when I was doing this expose, another person contacted me who is also working with Omuada. He's a man. I can't remember his name again. He was very, very happy on what I was doing. But at a point, he called me and said to me that Omuada asked me to stop the exposition because Chinasa Nworu have already found out what is going on. I was very, very angry. And that was on Sunday. That was on Sunday between the, I think the month of, we're still on the September. He contacted me and said to me that I should stop what I'm doing, that Chinasa Nworu have find out that he wouldn't want to be killed. He loved his family and the rest of them. I was very, very angry with him. And I said to him, are you now saying that we should abandon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die in DSS dungeon? Or are you now saying that we should forget about Biafra restoration because the person that we are exposing, in this case, Chinasa Nworu has already found out that if you people on the ground who are supposed to support this struggle, use your connection to do what you're supposed to do, if you cannot be able to carry on with your job, then I have to finish my job. Along the line, finishing my job, then I got a report, a message from Chika Edoziem through Mazi Austin Abanyim, the European rep. What was the report? The report was for me to give out the report, the evidences, and to write, to put in these things on writing on the evidences or accusation against Chinasa Nworu, to put it on the writing. And this message came from Chika Edoziem to Abanyim, from Abanyim to national coordinator, from national coordinator to the unit coordinator, down get to me, and they gave me 48 hours in order to prepare all these documents, which I took my time to listen to the program and the exposé that I did from the part 1, from the 1st of September down to the 8th of September, and I compiled 16 pages. I compiled 16 pages on that particular report. On the way to send it, because the national coordinator have already seen that he's going to implicate him, which I did not include the report that I gave to you, which I just showed you right now, that I already reported this issue to the national coordinator. You also say now, I did not include that. But because of the guilty conscience, he have to deny for that particular report not to get to Mazi Chika Edoziem through Mazi Abanyim on the time that he gave to me, which I comply with my time. You also say now, he have to reject it, telling me that the leadership rejected my message. I have to find a way to send the report to Mazi Austin Abanyim through his signal contact. Now, coming to the issue of Dr. Nelly. When Dr. Nelly contacted me, how to put things together, I told her that I have the contacts of our gallant men, which I use on the course of the exposition and the investigation to get the contact of our gallant men so that I will have my evidences against and to back up with what I was doing. So I told her I would, now that they have come, because this is exactly what our gallant men wanted. A lot of them was sidelined March, some sidelined February, not getting anything from Chinasa Nworu. You also say now. So now I open a platform a forum, a signal forum, and this signal forum, I named it Ononube Nwanne Abanoso. And I told Dr. Nelly that I'm going to open this platform and she is also going to be there. You know, so say now. But because she is not a type of person who has a patient to listen, because if I'm working with you, you need to have that patient to listen to me, because I always have the patient to listen to our gallant men, to hear their cries, hear their report, what they want and what they don't want. You know, so I'm saying now, you're able to put all those things in writing so that can be able to pass it over to the finance. In this issue, the person who is in charge of the finance, Madam Oyibo and the Dr. Nelly. But Dr. Nelly don't have that particular patient in order to sit on hours to have interview with people for them to hear and hear her own part of a suggestion. So she gave me a contact that somebody who will have that particular patient to listen to whatever that we are doing. And that particular contact, whenever I am making any interview or investigation from any other contact that we have, the person is always there with me, listen to every bit of the word or information. You know, so I say now, why do I do it this way? I did it this way so that the stress can reduce, and also the person can also have the same information that I have. This is how people have to work with. You know, so I say now, because moving away from this to move forward on what is going on in that leadership or any other department today, a lot of you people are depriving yourselves information. You deprive yourselves information. Some people are clamoring on the leadership position, but that is not the case here. We are talking about the restoration of Biafra, and we cannot do anything without information. If you are working with anybody, you need to be having a close information, release information with that person so that both of you can be able to work together. So doing, if any of them who has a bad motive, you know, something against whatever you're doing, it can be easily for you to detect that person so fast and begin to ask questions. You know, so now begin to ask questions on why is this so, why is this so, and in this case, this is exactly what happened between myself and Dr. Nelly. After putting all those things, I personally suggested that we need to make all these men to be independent financially. Not in a sense that somebody will be there collecting money and be giving it out the way he wishes. Just like the report I have a few days ago, that our leader, Mazen Namdekan, during the inauguration of the Eastern Security Men, he have to bring out 35 million naira. 35 million just for feeding. You understand? On the national day. But Chinasa Nworu only brought out 15 million. Where is the rest of the 20 million? You understand now? So these are the part of the things that I thought that the best thing is to make them independent, but also to put some kind of strategy in order to have an accountability and transparency. So doing, you can now be able to detect who is working for Biafra and who is not working for Biafra, because I have to do my own part. And when I do my own part and you don't do your own part, that is where the problem becomes. You understand now? So the problem now, and why did Nelly sideline me from that particular forum? This is where we're getting in now. One of the commanders requested for drone. And because of that commander, we have to order for 4 drones. You also say now, we gave him 2 drones, gave 1 drone to another commanders, give another one. You also say now, but the major person who requested for that drone, he don't have somebody who is especially on a drone. How do we get it? Now, I called Dr. Nelly and I said, Dr. Nelly, this is the problem that we have. You also say, now, what do we do? She now gave me a contact. This is very interesting. She now gave me a contact, and this contact to investigate that person and interview the person, because this is what I have to do. You know, so say now, on the long run, interviewing the person, I find out that the person is a right man hand to Sapele. You know, so say now, being a right man to Sapele and having already have a little bit knowledge what Sapele is doing in Biafra land. Starting from the 21st of June, when I sent out this report. You know, so say now, because the report I sent to the national coordinator, there is one on the 21st of June. There is another one on the 23rd of June, and there is another one on the 25th of June, 2021. On these three reports, there is a connection there with Sapele. You know, so say now, there is a connection there with Sapele, and having the idea that Sapele, he is not working for Biafra restoration, but rather he is working for the Nigerian government. You know, so say now. So when Nelly gave me that contact to interview that person, I find out that the person is working with Sapele. You understand? And you cannot have a direct discussion with Sapele unless the person have to have a two phone, one phone for Sapele, the other one for you that is going to have an interview with the or discussion with Sapele. We have to call both of you to switch it together. And as somebody who is working with somebody, and I'm always transparent, I called Dr. Nelly. That was about 5 a.m. when I was going to work. And I said to her, this is the findings that I find out. The person that you gave me the contact is working with Sapele. My next question to her is, what did you discuss with Sapele? You know what I'm saying now? Why? What? And what is the argument here, or what are we going to solve out from here? It is to know what have you discussed with them so that we can be able to know how to be able to manage that situation. Because when I was doing the investigation and getting the contact of some of the commanders to testify that Chinasa Nworu is sidelining them on one way or the other, majority of them are under Chinasa Nworu, but they are not among the people who are in the dead man squad. You know what I'm saying now? Which some of them, or majority of them, say that they want a situation where there will be a peace. They hate power tussling. You know what I'm saying now? So these people now were also under Chinasa Nworu, but they were also sidelined. So I was reading this thing with her for her to give me whatever information that she have discussed with Sapele, so that we can know how to sideline. We can always know how to manage the situation. What did she do? She insulted me. She insulted me, and by the time I came back from work, she have already dropped out her contacts in the forum that we created. What else? What did she do there? What she did there is to ask everybody to begin to contact her directly. But first of all, I want you to listen to this. Her first voice note, when she dropped a voice note on that particular forum. That is what I want you to hear first, before we go to the next one. Listen. And if you listen very closely on what she said there, it is exactly the karma that is catching up on her. You know what I'm saying now? And because of the question that I asked her about Sapele was the reason why she sidelined me and asked everybody to do what? To move away from that platform. You know what I'm saying now? Listen.
Hello. Hello, ụmụ Chineke. Ndewo nke ka unu mee. So ọkwa Nelly na-ekwu, Nelly Oforegbu. So voice note today about none. So I think I'm just I've listened to a couple of them, and I'll make out time to listen to the rest. And I think I can unu biko nu jisi n'ike ụmụ nwanne m. Ekpele m na-ekpekwanụ bụ biko ka Chineke mee ka anyị niile gbado anya. Na this struggle, ndị disappoint, ndị Rollipo dị too much.
Which is also one of the people. Which she is also one of the people who sabotaged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us continue.
Emezie kwuzie egwu ana adịzie, So my prayers bụ ka Chukwu okike abịa ma mee biko. Onye ọbụla nọ na this group, this forum. Ya bụrụkwa onye na-eso Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ya bụrụkwa onye chọọ ka Biafra bịa. Enwekwa onye nọ ebe a esoro anyị n'ihe anyị na-eme. Chukwu okike abịa ma biko wepụ ya na this group.
You know what I mean?
Na ụmụ nwanne anyị anwụgo necessary a lot biko. Anyị achọrọ onye ga-eje n'azụ gbaa anyị mgbe okpuru. Any single one of us. So,
which is exactly what she did and what she's still doing. You know what I'm saying now?
Chukwu okike abịa ma ga-emela anya maka ihe anyị na-achọ elugokwa nso, So onye isi anyị pụtakwara anya now egwu echenjie. Onye ka o jide mkpa na anyị kwadola akwado n'ọlụ na-echi ya. Enwe ka o si kpọọ afa ya n'ihu ya anyị n'ọlụ dị akwụlụ chinchin. So n'ime obi anyị onye ọbụla ga-eji obi ya na-eme ihe a. Onwekwe nke onye melụ na frio ka ọ bụ na onye meta ka o si ya ka o si ụmụ anyị na ụmụ anyị niile na ya chọrọ ụdị ihe ahụ.
Did you see the course that she is laying on top of herself? This is the very first verse note that she dropped on that particular forum.
So biko Chukwu okike abịa ma onye esoro anyị n'ihe a na-eme biko nnọọ jiri nwa ewepụla anya anyị asọrọkwa ka ọnwụọ jọs kpapụ ya n'akụkụ mana o metatụkwa nke ga-egbu ya ịmago ọ dịsikwa ya n'aka mana kama mmadụ ga-abịa egbu anyị Chukwu eke jiri aka gị take care of it, because na ataghị afụfụ ụmụazị adago n'ihe a too much. So nkwa na-ekwekwanụ bụ na ihe gbasara ego ama mbụ nsogbu mana anyị niile ga-akwụwa aka anyị ọtọ na-ekwu eziokwu. Ihe gbasara ezinụlọ maka mụ na Idu na-ekwu na wee na-agwa ya si ya na ihe
I'm the person that she's referring as Idu because most of you who know me know my platform as Idu Biafra TV/radio. You know what I'm saying now? And it is because of the expose that I was doing that she got to know me.
So, your families and everything, we just have to, that's part of the thing. You're relaxed here. So I don't want to stretch this, but hopefully you go know what I'm saying. So Mr. Muni to ga back amaluka si wetenu ihe ji ekwu ya na asịkwa nnọkwa na ego ji ọlụ, so unu anọla ebe nke unu na-emebe ihe kachasị nke ego anyị ga-agbaba mbọ na-eweta ya ego abụrụkwa na ego anyị na ego ụmụ mmadụ tụtasị ego anyị tụta for us, even though some people believe na ha ji ego no na Germany go Dubai, but
she is referring to Chinasa Nworu and co.
Si agụọ mile, so unu natakwa the tin na-eji nwa etinyekwu ya n'ihe asị na-eji eme. Enwe nke asị n'ọfụ ezinụlọ na-etinye na ezinụlọ, nke asị na eji alụ ọrụ na-etinye ya n'ọrụ. Nke ọrụ ahụ onye ji na-egwu egwu. Enwe ngwongwo ọrụ a na-egote weli ya ụmụ akwụkwọ take care of them.
Now this point that she made now, nke asị nọ n'ọrụ etinye n'ọrụ, nke asị nọ n'ezinụlọ. I brought out all of this idea that our gallant men need to be taken care of, even their families, because these people, they have nothing to do. A lot of them abandon whatever they are doing in order to give their service to the Biafran struggle. You know what I'm saying now? So whatever need, we also need to solve their personal needs in order to do what? For them not to have a justification of corruption. You know what I'm saying now? For them not to have a justification for corruption.
nke ọbụla gbasakwanụ family, just to send the request tinye here ma ọ bụ na udu mụnwa na promise na ngakawa arụfụ na take care of those ones. There's a lot of things in na-eme n'aka nke m ihe niile abụsịrọ iche ndị IPOB anọrọ n'igbu oge onwe ihe a na-eme ya ozugbo emesizie ekwubezie. So nkwa na-ekwe bụ as long as anyị niile ji obi anyị jisi ike ihe gbasara ego ama mbụkwa nsogbu ọ dị tight now mana Chukwu eke abịa ma ga-eweta ya ọ na-achịkwata ụmụ ya na-eche ka onye isi anyị bịa ọ bịa kịta everything echenji and echenji anyị nweta disi ihe anyị na-achọ. Kedu ndị amị anyị ga-abụ ndị one of the best paid. We're going to pay our soldiers the best. A ga-enye unu the best kind of training maka unu ga-achịkwa obodo. Life ga-change, everything dị iche ga-adị, so ka anyị jisi ike gbaa mbọ tika aka ọnụ ka ihe anụ anyị na-achọ ka anyị nweta ya. Ngwanụ na ụmụnne m ụmụ Chineke. Like I said, I've not been able to listen to everybody, but I'm going to do that. But I'm on idu na-eche m ka o menụ di na la nlara ụla mana ọ chọkwana ka ntinye onu nne ha. Then mụ na ya ga-ekwuzi ka ọgwa m ebe a ga-ewe nanụ the thing, onye maka feeling no one central place God.
That is exactly what I destroyed. I destroyed that central in order to not have that justification the way Chinasa Nworu was doing it. She failed that central because with the independence that I made our gallant men to become, that is the reason why she could not be able to fulfill her promise with the Nigerian government. You understand what I'm saying now? She could not be able to fulfill her bid with the Nigerian government. And now, the only way for her in order to switch in is with this Idu. You understand what I'm saying now? I am the one who destroyed her, if you don't know. Because immediately when they sidelined me, they had a meeting with all the gallant men and they asked them not to send any report to me. You know what I'm saying now? Because when she sidelined me, the message I sent to them, I was not angry that you sidelined me, but the thing that I don't want to use my ear to hear, that any of our gallant men are lacking. You know what I'm saying now? This is the thing. So each time I got a report, I always have my way in order to do what? To send out that distress report. And immediately our men are getting attended. These are the things that crippled her. And this woman have fought me even to the point when she was very close with Simon Ekpa. I was finding a way to speak to Simon Ekpa, but she keep on blocking every chance for Simon Ekpa to speak with me. You understand what I'm saying now? She keep on blocking every chance. Even that time that you saw Nsima insulted himself, it is because of the attack that she was giving to me behind that made him, because they don't want me to come any closer because they know I am very, very straightforward and transparent. And I don't take nonsense, because when I see something that is wrong, I will always ask questions immediately. That is different between, because I don't calculate anything out of emotion. I have to do what I have to do, as long as that thing is between God and man. You understand what I'm saying now? To make sure that things are going very well. Let's continue.
Okay, well, so anyway, I don't want to talk too much. I got to go my point. I get from time to time. Right now, we need to get situated. Something. Then they were maybe organize like things off, man. And Chukumebel only say I got and not to only kidding a puno. And now, man, and no gaman and dear queens to Kali, dear queens to Kali and keep as well. So, no one a Jido, we a Jido Biaka. They're very, very careful. Trust about one came and men one of one trust to Nija until I have high natural. So, don't trust anybody, Makana, 1 in that saying about trust. Trust that rock on any had become. Only open a badanya, Ubaki or Badanya. That's just 2 things we should be looking for. ngwanụ Chukwu gọzie unu niile o, jisi na ike otu unu si echekwabere anyị ka Chukwu okorobịa ga-esi chekwa unu, chekwa your families, chekwa ụmụ unu. You know, this ife a na-eme abụrụkwa na nke ọ ga-ebi, ọ ga-adịgide dị almost to the 300, 400, 500 generation. Ụmụ anyị in 500 years ga-elitekwa elu anyị mee nke ọjọọ eli anya n'ulu eme nke ọma. You know, I guess you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Ngwanụ njisi na ike ka ọ dị bye.
Now, the next clip is where she mentioned the group name Ononubenwam Nabonoso. Before we go to the next one.
Oh, I forgot. I forget when me my address na fine. Ononubenwam Nabonoso. That's who we are. Oh, because I want to get boss some on 1 year. We are in this together. Kachukuka's union.
Now, going forward, this is the very first clip that she dropped in that particular forum, not knowing that she has a different agenda. But it is still me that destroyed her. She knows. That is why she was fighting tooth and nail to make sure that I never come close to Simon Ekpa. That is why she was fighting tooth and nail to make sure that I never come close to Simon Ekpa. You know what I'm saying? Most of you who are close to Simon Ekpa, ask him, he will testify to this. He will testify to this. Now, moving to the next one, because we are going to take it step by step to come to the place where she have a problem with her chi, not me. Now, here we go. I don't need any disturbance. Don't need any disturbance. Good. Now, like I said, when she gave me a contact to call somebody who is going to help our gallant men on a drone specialist, which I brought the report. Before I come back to work, she has already dropped her contact into the forum. That is the beginning of the sideline, so that our gallant men can be able to be connecting to her directly, because she blocked me an information concerning Sapele. That is why when you hear her some time ago, when she was shouting Sapele, Sapele, it is all cover up. It is because the expose that I did against Sapele and Chinasa Nworu. Because if you remember, during the November 6th, 2021 gubernatorial election, King Jaja was threatened to be bought over in order to align with them on the corruption part, to allow governorship election in Anambra State to go. But he refused. And that is the reason why that Chinasa Nworu did what? Announced his name on Radio Biafra. You understand what I'm saying now? King Jaja disagreed with them on the corruption part. And King Jaja is working with Sapele. You know what I'm saying now? And when they contacted me, because I'm a media, and everyone know my stand, everyone know that I stand for the truth. They contacted me, did the investigation, now find out that King Jaja is working with Sapele. And the reason why King Jaja's name was announced is because King Jaja refused not to be corrupt by Chinasa Nworu, Sapele, and co. So they have to neutralize him by announcing his name, lure him into peacemaking, and that is how they kill King Jaja and they kill his second, and so many other. But only the surviving one been able to testify. You understand saying now? So when I did that expose, and I know that the time to expose Dr. Nelly is at hand. You understand saying now? Because it is because of the same King Sapele that Nelly Oforegbu sidelined me. Why? Because I asked her a question. If I'm working with you and I ask you a question, you don't give me the response, then there is something. That is why I always say that if you give opportunity to the people who have a dubious mind, you understand saying now, they are going to cripple you. You that does not show concern on your own department. You understand saying now, do not show or decide or you do not show concern on your own department. That person who has a devil's mind in order to disrupt or to cripple on whatever that both of you believe in, will have a free access to do that. You understand saying now? These have a connection in so many things. Even the national coordinator of Germany, who refused to send out this message that I said, which I said in one of my programs, is either that he's an accomplice or he is just being a lazy. And being a lazy in your duty has a very dangerous effect in whatever position or whatever department that you are. In this case, you understand saying now? Now listen, the message that I dropped, immediately I came back from work and I find out that she had dropped her contact for the gallant man to contact her directly. Listen to what I said.
Obi tọrọ m ụtọ ka Dr. Nelly drop her number ebe anụwa because this is part of the things m na-agba mbọ ya nju make sure ka mkpọkọnye ọnụ ọnwa na onwere bụ ndị na-eso m na ndị Kano n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu. At least we did to anụwa kịta anụwa unu ga-eme gịnị ga contact her direct list ife unu chọrọ ga market survey together with the former. So that is to say that now from now on, only how no need. You send earlier Dr. Nelly, send earlier informer at the same time. So that at the thing when we kill where you fast. Then one on women a focus on bringing people in. Because my ways of bringing people in is that I will investigate you, interview you, and to know the path, And this is exactly one of the reasons why Dr. Nelly dropped her contact, because when you contact somebody, can we contact here when you can fly a drone? And I contacted that person. When I find out now that person now local with Sapele. What was it, Dr. Nelly? Early this morning, Kamalu, how far discussion that they went into with that person? Or when Ole Bawan, where Alabam, not just stupid question.
Like I said, when I was going to work at about 5 a.m., I have to call her immediately. You understand say now? To do what? To tell her the report on my findings on the message she sent to me. He began to insult me. That I'm asking her a stupid question. Begin to insult me that I'm asking her a stupid question. begin to insult me that I'm asking her a stupid question. You sent me a message and I came back. I gave you a report. What did you discuss? Because all the ones that I've been doing, I'm always open, tell you everything. That even my colleague is always there to listen to every conversation that we had with anybody. So that if I am not there, the person will also have her own report in order to do what? To pass over. In case if I am not there. In this case, I'm working. You know what I'm saying now? So what stops you not to give me the information? Of which I know that Sapele, he is a bad guy. You know what I'm saying now? What did you discuss? And he said that I'm asking. So this is to say that she is also working with Sapele. And if you do more investigation, you will find out that even she is also sending Sapele money. That all this crime that Sapele is committing in Biafra land, alongside with the politicians of the Southeast, Dr. Nelly is aware of it. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Let's continue.
That she don't answer stupid question. We repeat also, when I make a the safety of one is very, very important. Because I ain't telling you, and others the say ka si na mo no na lozo zolo na which the man complain mmemme interview mmemme list mmemme call no n'ime which oge bidoro ife anụ ka nchọ ka mụ na Dr. Nelly ka anyị na-akpa ka anyị na-alụkọ anụ m n'ifeọma si alụ mana enwesị na o nwere efe o wee kọntaktị ya na ifeọma emere m interview mụ na ya akpara because I will interview you and know the kind of person you are before I've been able to work with you. If you cannot be able to open your mind, this is what I tell each and every one of you. I cannot be able to work with you. But for the fact that now Dr. Nelly, not through Yawa, after he went when you know ego. So he will make it out from now on. He have no need. Makola na lo bolu mo. Biafra bolu chukwu. Eke lolo eke. So if I'm no need kitano, you make your list, you make your market survey. You send the earlier Dr. Nelly. Send the earlier informer. But to one thing mana chona, but the repeat of what happened. Because after can investigate that person now, kwesi onye genyelu one of our brother. No, a fly drone. Upon that person na look up with Sapele. And that is my work. Can you find out? Within our side. Within our side. So that when we separate ourselves from them. This is my work. In your contact, measure interview, major interview. Not just how deep gonna discussion. But that is not the issue. The positive outcome of it is that now Dr. Nelly drop her contact that you can be able to reach her. So come on, we can focus on na interview people and bring them in so that they all omegini or do lesson. And not me we mana ito sweden can say onye mama ofuma onye mama ofuma. So this is the time I use when I look at that so that everything can balance here. Because this is exactly what I wanted for Dr. Nelly when I said I look. Because I'm like when I'm look anything cool than cowari in your free for can the person gets where I got that. Also, if I'm that kind of spirit. So you guys now will be working with the informer and Dr. Nelly direct. So you take our contact, you send that Dr. Nelly. The same thing now, we send the Wile informer so that both of them can have it at the same time. Okay, now, Elo Cholo, ịlụcha ọrụ ime gịnị drop anyị na platform okwe na ghọta vidio onwe vidio ọbụla ifere ga na-ejele ọrụ dị anya drop anyị na fini na platform. Then onwe private videos like odeka nke anụnwa egbeneri sendelu maọbụ
now this is the reason why she selected me. Number one. Number two, because there was a first fundraising that we're supposed to have that particular period of time. You're also saying now, and Chinasa Nworu and co were tagging that particular fundraising fake. So I told the gallant men, you guys that already received some money, go and work, present the proof, let us bring it to the Biafrans. I will come out temporarily to say that I am replacing the position of Chinasa Nworu, so that our people can be able to believe, because Biafran struggle have already died. But because of the expose that I did, I resurrect it again. You understand? Say now, put it back on track. But how do we put it in a track that it will be flowing? Not only this, I also mapped out a strategic ways in order to have an accountability and transparency. All of these things, because of the evil mind that she had to quickly sideline me, accuse me that the DOS is planning to give me a position of Chinasa Nworu. And for that reason, that all the gallant men on that forum should move away from that platform, which I sent a signal, a private message to them. And I said to her, I am not angry that everybody move away. But what I don't want to use my ear to hear, that any of the gallant men will contact me and complain to me that they are lacking this and they are lacking that. You understand what I'm saying now? Which, of course, those things that I predicted happened in so many times that they contacted me in their different quarters. And I have to find my way immediately to make my report, and they were all attended. That even that Dr. Nelly have to have a meeting with all of them, not to send Odinkema any report again. You understand what I'm saying now? So at this point, at this particular point, the men are working. You understand what I'm saying now? Why the government of the zoo Nigeria are on her neck to deliver? Because their plan with Chinasa Nworu is to make sure that the struggle is being killed. Do you understand what I'm saying now? It's being killed. That is it. But because of my involvement, as long as someone is so good, that is the reason why that you see that Nsima attacked me publicly, because of the fight Dr. Nelly is fighting, and also deprived me not to have a contact with Simon Ekpa. I will now drop a link. If you have a question, you can come in and ask question. Now, this is the link. If you have a question, you can come in and ask a question that you want to ask, maybe something that I forgot. Because the work that I did, if it is not because of me, a lot of you will see me as tout. A lot of you will see me as somebody who is not normal. But the very work that I did to sustain this struggle up until this moment, and thank God that after a few months later, because of the attack that the DOS are giving to Samuel Ekpa, he have to pick it up from there and use his bigger platform in order to do what? To do more exposé. Because these things that we saw, you see this video that we saw, I mean, this picture that we saw and the conversation of somebody who exposed Dr. Nelly on this thing that they did, it has a lot of things there. When you look at this, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. When you look at this, the picture, the profile picture there, I called the number this morning. But it was not connecting. That is a Biafra. That picture that you saw there is a Biafra. You understand what I'm saying now? That picture that you saw there is a Biafra. So the person who threatened Dr. Nelly, that person is also a Biafra. I called the number this morning to ask the person question. I called the person this morning to ask the person question. You know what I'm saying now? But it was not connecting. It was not connecting. Let me bring the picture so that you can be able to see that even the person who threatened her is also a Biafra. The person is a Biafra. The person is a Biafra that threatened her. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that all of them are in this together. These are the people that all of them are in this together. The person, look at this. Let me bring it out and make sure you can be able to see it. Just hold on. You look at it. Look at the picture. The profile picture of that particular contact that threatened Dr. Nelly, the person is a Biafra. Look at it. Who is this? This might be Chinasa Nworu. You understand what I'm saying now? This might be Chinasa Nworu. It might be Chinasa Nworu. You understand what I'm saying now? Because somebody with a profile picture of the Biafra threatened her to complete her bargain. Maybe it's money. Maybe they are dragging money. You understand what I'm saying now? But because that Dr. Nelly have already seen that there is no escaping, you understand what I'm saying? Because of the report I was giving, the complaint that was receiving from our gallant men, pushing this report, and she have to make a meeting for them not to be giving me information on their complaint, be whatever that they need. You understand what I'm saying now? So her escaping goat is to run to Idu. You understand what I'm saying now? So those of you who are clamoring for Idu or relying on Dr. Nelly, you have to be very, very careful. Desist from her. You understand what I'm saying now? Desist from her. If you don't have a sound mind, you cannot be able to deal with any type of human being. It is because I have a sound mind. A sound mind, that is why I am still here. This profile picture, who owns this profile picture? The person is a Biafra. You understand what I'm saying now? The person is a Biafra. When you see the picture from the farm, you will be thinking that it's a woman, but log in immediately before the person will change it, go there and you will see that the person is a Biafra. Who is that person? It's not a foreigner, but a Biafra. You understand saying now? The person is nobody but a Biafra. Who is that person? That is a question. Who is that person? The person is a Biafra. So that is why I say that a lot of you don't really know the work that I did for this Biafra preparation phase that we are right now to be where it is today. It is because of the expose. It is because of the report. It is because I have a sound mind. You know what I'm saying now? It is because I'm a listener of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is why I've been able to pull out the information against Igbo Ogbonnaya, which our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did what? Our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu sacked during the NSAS protest. A lot of people don't know about it. You understand what I'm saying now? And the same man, he is still in charge of Ebonyi State. Despite the fact that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have sacked him and the entire executive. But because Chinasa Nworu is behind them, that is why they are still there. You understand what I'm saying now? That is why they are still there. The enemies within, remember this word, the enemy within. I still remember as Odinkeman Kandele Mwachineke, a bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member as well, serving the indigenous people of Biafra through media, evangelists, and also in music. Shalom.